Good evening and welcome to the Freak Show. We are live and it is a Saturday night and I hope you are all fine and well from wherever you are connecting around the world. So first of all, if you're online, please guys say who you are, where you're connecting from. We had about 3,000 odd people watch it last week. Awesome. So first of all, we have the wonderful Mechanized. How are you?
I'm very good, very stressed out with all this festival stuff going on and everything, but I'm really, really good. Thank you.
Excellent. And over bottom right, Skelly, how is it in sunny Manchester, sir?
Not so sunny. It got rained on today.
Oh,
all right. No.
Have you been naughty?
No, it happens when you go outside and it's raining. It got caught out. It's quite torrential. I gambled and I lost.
You gamble and you lost.
You gambling.
That's a different kind of rain you're thinking of, and keep that off this show. Thank you.
Okay, and Stig, where are you connecting from? Whereabouts in the world are you connecting from? Which looks remarkably like your bedroom.
No. I'm connecting from Penzance at the moment. I'm down here for Pirate Week. I've missed it by about 2 months, I think.
Okay.
You see, I've got my unicorn hat. No, tricorn. That's the one.
The tricorn.
It's a bicorn, isn't it?
It's not. It's a bicorn, yeah.
So, everybody, I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful week. The V2A festival is now in force and is going mad. The website is live, v2afest.com. We have lots of exciting news. It's all going wild. There is one band. So there is one band we had to have on. So given the choice of you've got your own festival, who in the whole world would you like to have on the festival? Mechanized, who would you say?
Someone really, really awesome, with an awesome personality, with an awesome stage presence, and being super, super famous, something like that.
Something like that. And also... for me, there was one band which I saw when I was growing up who absolutely blew me away. One of my all-time favourite bands. It is only the legendary Ghost Dance and Anne-Marie, everybody! Welcome to the Freak Show, Anne-Marie. How are you and where are you connecting from?
I'm connecting from Keighley, just outside Bradford. And I'm in my dining room.
Boudoir.
Excellent. So thank you so much for coming on the show, and also thank you so much for coming to play V2A Fest. You are the number one name on the list. It was the band we had to have.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure. It really is.
Amazing. So Anne-Marie, Ghost Dance.
Yes.
How tell us more. How come it's back? What's happened?
Oh, well, what hasn't happened? We went, obviously I've been out with Skeleton Family and I've been playing with them for the last 10, 12 years, doing live shows and also writing. I brought an album out called Anne-Marie Hurst because obviously Skeleton Family was still going with a different singer.
Yeah. So
then we went to America. We did 24 dates back to back in America. It was
wow. Gosh.
Excellent. It was excellent. It was fantastic. A lot of driving. Yeah. We had a great time, and the audiences in every single state that we went to were absolutely fantastic. We did East and West, so obviously we had the really nice weather and the really freezing cold weather. And then I came back. Well, we all came back, and Andy Cousin from Killing Eve. All About Eve got in touch and said he would like me to do some music with him. He'd written these songs and would have put some lyrics to it and some vocals.
Right.
So I told Skeleton Family that's what I was going to do. And it was like an offshoot from Skeleton Family, but Skeleton Family would come first.
Yeah.
And sadly, Stan Greenwood took the hump.
Oh.
And yeah, he really did. Even though he was in a 60s cover band that used to, every now and again he'd break off and he wouldn't do a gig because he was doing a wedding. So
you got to get your priorities right.
Well, we're playing Castle Party, which is, in Poland. Absolutely fantastic. And he was doing a wedding in Sutton. Yeah. It was ridiculous, and we also played with the Damned. The first time I played with the Damned, he was doing a wedding as well, so it's like ridiculous. So he got really annoyed.
Priorities.
I know he got really annoyed about the fact that that's what I was doing, and he
Was he
wouldn't speak-
married?
Sorry.
Was he married? Maybe that was his
No.
wish. That's maybe
No,
why he went to weddings, because maybe he was hoping to catch the flowers.
Maybe like wedding food. He's one of those guys that likes
yeah.
the cold
Buffet.
chicken and the buffet.
Buffet, that's it.
I was
Buffet
not
rundown.
today.
got paid. And it was free beer.
Yeah, there you go.
I can see his point, actually. Yeah.
I went to a wedding a couple of years ago.
Did
Did you
you
catch the flowers?
No, I was best man.
catch anything else?
So,
No, no. What are you implying?
so back to Anne-Marie. Yeah, so he was a bit grumpy about this.
And he got really, really defensive, and you can't do this, you can't do that, and it was like, well, why not? You're in a 60s cover band. Why can't I do something on the side? But Skeleton Family comes first,
Yeah.
and it got to the stage where he started abusing me on the phone. I went to Norway with my mum to see some relatives. Absolutely fantastic place, by the way.
Yeah.
I love
But
Norway.
and that's when it all started, and it was just a hurl of abuse on Facebook, and it was just like, what do I do? And he'd sent Julian some really horrible emails saying that I'd sent them to him, saying that I'd slept with him and all this, and he would just like calling me a Nazi, going on about politics, going on about calling me a slag, saying that I was a drunk, saying that I was a drug user. And in the end, it got so bad, the abuse, that I had to get the police involved.
Bloody
Oh,
hell.
man.
Yeah, it was that bad. And the police just said to me, you've got to step away. You can't work with him because we can't protect you if you're working with him.
Yeah.
So I stepped away and I got in touch with Trotwood. Trotwood was on tour with Culture Club at the time, roadieing for them.
Yeah.
And he just said, look, he didn't get back in touch. And then when he came home after the Culture Club gig, he said, I'll come. I've been to see Stan. He's in a mess. He's had a what do you call it, a meltdown. He's mentally ill. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Shit.
No shit, Sherlock. Yeah.
So and I just said, look, I can't work with him. I've been told by the police I can't work with him. But we had a writ served on him so that he couldn't come near me.
Yeah.
But he was also stalking the house.
Oh my
What?
god.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
What's the house
so
done?
that ended.
Yeah.
That ended where it carried on for a while, but I didn't retaliate and never got in touch with him. I just blocked him, and
Best way.
friends would send me the messages that he'd written and stuff, and it was really, really sad but heartbreaking because I've known him since I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
It's very sad. And also, Anne-Marie, because we all know that you're such a lovely person, everybody's on your side. All the fans and everybody.
Well, I still remember back. We met on the plane to VGT, and that's how we met. Then we ended up in the same hotel, and we had party time.
Oh,
So
we did.
that was our start, and you were amazing. Since then, I love you.
Oh, I love you guys. I mean, you really looked after Ozzy and the rest of them when all that palaver kicked off in Leipzig. That's
Another story.
That's another story for later on in the thing. But
you can
That's
do
fans
the
only, that one.
truth or lies.
yeah, definitely. Well, let's just start there. We've got so many questions, guys. If you have questions for Anne-Marie, please post them in, and we will read them out. The festival is going amazing. So it is v2afest.com. We have more bands announced, and we will announce them later in the week. Super exciting. So let's get this party started. It's awesome to speak to you, Anne-Marie. You are a lovely person and just amazing fun to be around. So let's do our fact or fic first. We've got a hell of a show tonight. Are you ready, everybody?
We are.
Okay. It's that whole jingle needs to be a bit bigger, Anne-Marie. It's slightly disappointing. Stig, you can go first because you can show everybody how it's done.
Yep. If anybody remembers the classic children's program, The Magic Roundabout, my hat is actually inspired by Mr. McHenry and his tricycle. Not his tricycle, the hat he was wearing, but yeah.
Okay, fact or fix? I have absolutely no idea on that one. Skelly.
I've been bitten by a piranha.
Oh, okay.
Just now.
Well, obviously not just now. Where am I going to get a piranha right now? Jesus.
Let's see your toes, just in case. You might have been one of those like fishy tank things where they nibble away at your digits.
Anne-Marie, I'm so sorry about this. Mechanized, what is your fact or fix?
Well, once I went into the city of Cologne, and while I was walking the streets, I was drawn in by this Viva TV, and I had to do a dance-off against a pirate.
Fact or fiction? Anne-Marie, what is your fact or fiction?
Wow, what can I say? I actually bit a dog in Leipzig. That was the headlines in the paper.
Splendid.
Ooh.
Splendid.
And my fact or fic, guys. So what this is, Anne-Marie, everybody votes on it and they work out by the end of the show if we're telling the truth or telling a lie. My fact or fic is I am one of the only people in the whole of the UK who has not been in the band Attrition. Good, Martin, if you're there. Hello, Martin.
I think he's just left the room.
I think he's just left the room. Just before we carry on with the interview, I have one quick awesome thing to share with everybody. Our friend Dana Grant, which I'm just going to share. So, Anne-Marie, Dana Grant is our stunt woman friend.
Oh, yes.
Amazing lady. She's been in Xena Warrior Princess, Wonder Woman, Lord of the Rings.
Both avatars.
Mad Max.
Both avatars, Mad Max. She was Furiosa. She was filming the Lord of the Rings TV show, and she had quite a bad accident, and she actually had an aneurysm. So last week, everybody. So thanks to everybody who jumped in. Everybody jumped in, and we managed to raise 100,000 New Zealand dollars, I think it is.
Wow.
And she had brain surgery last week, and it all went super well.
Well, this week.
This week. So massive hugs
Yeah.
to Dana. She's a lovely person. She's absolutely a wild woman. Amazing stunt woman, our favourite stunt woman in the whole world. And so get well soon, Dana. We all love you loads. And thank you for everybody who supported Dana. And best wishes and get well soon. So awesome. So
absolutely amazing. Thank you to everybody. Thank you.
She is amazing. So Anne-Marie, what was the first band you were in?
The first band I was in was Skeletal Family.
Oh, wow.
I joined that when I was 16.
Oh my
wow.
God.
That's when it started.
Lord.
Well, it was called The Elements, and I was like a backing singer for them.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a punk band. It was like a pop band, and I did some backing vocals for them. And then, of course, when we decided to change the name to Skeletal Family, which is like a David Bowie song. Then obviously, I went forward with that. So, yeah.
Oh my God. So you were 16. Did you always want to be a singer, or did you sort of fall into it by accident, or?
I had singing lessons when I was about 11 years old, and the three girls did, because my dad was really into music. He used to do impressions, and he used to do George Formby with the ukulele. and then he got into doing folk music as well. So I've always been brought up around music. No, I wanted to be a dancer.
Oh, right. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I sort of combined the two, really.
Oh, my God. So you're 16. You decided to join Skeletal Family as a singer.
Yeah.
What was your first few gigs? Was it smaller pubs, or did you start off big?
Yeah, it was like little local pubs that I did with the Elements. I was still at college at the time, so I went to college for 2 years, and then it sort of I trained as a chef. So
Awesome.
and then so obviously after that it sort of kicked off, and we just went with it, and we just used to turn up at gigs in a transit van. There'd be like 20 of us in a transit van with all the gear, and we'd be sat on the gear and we'd just pile out, and it'd be like, right, this is the gig, okay then. Let's just do it.
Oh my God. So what at that early stage, was there any other of the sort of the goth bands you were playing with at that stage, or were they later on?
That was a little bit later. Obviously, it kicked off really with the Sisters of Mercy, because we used to go to a place called Frank's in Cone, which had a lot of bands that were really good bands, and we saw like Southern Death Cult and the Sisters of Mercy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then we had the Funhouse in Keighley, where a lot of bands played there as well, which Trotwood used to promote. So it was like Zig Sputnik, and Harlequin, and there was like lots of bands that came.
Sounds a brilliant scene.
Yes, it was fantastic. But the only problem was that when you came into Keighley, if you stopped in Keighley, you get beaten up, because it was just.
Is it any different now?
It's
No,
sadly, it's even worse now.
So they go for the emos now. We're okay.
Talking
as they should, as everyone should.
Talking of Zig Sputnik, I've just had Martin Degville just wish us all the best for the show. So hello, Martin. Awesome, thank you. So you were seeing all these bands. Did you initially decide to sort of team up with any of the bands, or did you all sort of get on quite well at the early stages?
There was a bit of rivalry, really. I mean, I got on really well with New Model Army. They were lovely.
I love New Model Army.
It really is, and then we played Battle of the Bands, and it was against us and New Model Army, and we won. So we got a show with John Peel. So we did a session with him.
Oh my God!
And then of course Sisters of Mercy really liked us, so they decided to pay for us to. We didn't have to pay to get onto the tour, so we played with Sisters of Mercy. We did the Black October tour.
Wow!
Oh my God! Wow!
And that was like that launched us into like the sort of, into the limelight, really.
Yeah. Oh my God! What are the Sisters of Mercy? What were they like backstage? Are they as wild and?
I think. No, they were relatively quiet, really. They thought I was wild, so
You probably were.
Well, you are.
Yeah, Anne-Marie, you are a legend of being wild. I didn't want to say anything, but you are a legend of being wild.
We were down in a hotel in London, and the bar was like slightly open, so it was like that. And I was really slim at the time, really slim, and they slid me through. So I'm feeding drinks through and passing it to them, right? And the security guy came. And I went, "What are you doing?" And they shut the gate and caught me in it. And I'm like a fish. Trying to get out. And then they came upstairs and they set a fire extinguisher, threw my TV out the window and set a fire extinguisher.
Proper rock and roll.
We did a towel.
Sorry.
We threw a towel out the window. That's fine. I got to
Wales
style in
And
Wales.
then got told off, yeah.
And then we got told off, and I had to give it back to the kitchen.
Hope you said sorry.
Absolutely.
Oh, this was chaos, because I'm pinned against the wall with Sister Mercy with this fire extinguisher. One of those big fire extinguishers that go.
Yeah.
So I'm stood like that. I'm going, oh my God, and then the clothes are flying off everywhere. And the pressure was that big that the beds went up. I went into the toilet. They broke the toilet system. And it was just
Oh my God.
But that's rock and roll.
That is rock and roll. Awesome. Was that were you on a tour bus?
No, that was
in
the
hotel.
Wasn't in the hotel. Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah,
but I mean, on that tour, were you in a tour bus or were you transit vanning?
Transit vanny. Yeah.
Transit vanning.
Yeah.
They've been invented back
They
then.
took all our gear, which was really nice. They carried all our gear as well. It was, there was such lovely people. Lovely people. But the one person that I never really spoke to was Gary Marks.
Oh, right.
I know. Look at it.
How bizarre. How bizarre. So going on to that then. So how did you and Gary decide to kick off Ghost Dance? How did that all happen?
I'd had a fallout with Stan again, and I just had to step away. It was like nervous breakdown time, and I just thought I need to do something different. I wasn't happy. I didn't feel like part of the band. Mum, my mum used to say to me that they've got the car, why aren't they picking you up? And I'd be like traveling to Bradford on the bus and everything, and it was just like. Just didn't feel part of it, and I just thought, do you know what? And then I got in touch with Carbon Records, which was Nick Jones, because he was their tour manager at the time, and I kept his number, so I got in touch, and I'd heard about the split with this Sisters of Mercy, but apparently what was going to happen was. It was going to be Wayne, Craig, and Mark that was going to go on and do the Sisters of Mercy and get a new singer. They were going to throw out Andrew.
Oh, God. Yeah.
But what happened was Mark was late and the other two bottled it.
Such is history.
Wow. So he was, Gary Marks was left on his own. So I got in touch and I just said to Nick, should we get, can you give me Mark's number? I want to get in touch with him and, see if he wants to form a band. And we did that. We met every other day in Bradford in the interchange. And that's when we discussed what was going to happen. Then he started writing songs and I'd go up to his house and I'd, get in touch. And, we started working on the songs before Etch came in. Yeah, so that's how it happened. Yeah.
Oh my God! So did you have an idea of what kind of sound you would generate or wanted to go for, or did it just sort of happen?
It sort of happened because if you not now, but the early records that came out, Gary Marks wrote a lot of them, and Andrew Eldritch has actually bought the rights to the songs.
Oh. Right.
So, and a lot of the songs the early songs that we did were written for the Sisters of Mercy, like Down to the River. Listen to the guitars, So, and then of course with a female vocalist, it sounds completely different. So,
wow, proper history.
Oh my God, because a lot of people, especially back in the day with the Sisters of Mercy, a lot of people were everybody liked Gary Marks's guitar playing, and they thought he was like the lead writer, if that makes any sense. You could tell a Gary Marks song.
He was, yeah, definitely, and he wrote some fabulous songs for Ghost Dance as well. It was just the sad thing about it was very private with his writing. So he'd turn up and he'd say, "I've got a song here," and he'd have the lyrics, the melody, and everything to and it was like a full song, which was great, but. It did sort of curtail my writing.
Yeah.
So which that was the only downside of it. But it was fabulous times.
So back in the day when you were Skeletal Family and touring with the Sisters of Mercy, what was your favourite gig and what was the most maddest memory you have of that? Something that you think, I can't believe that happened.
I think it was Edinburgh. The Edinburgh gig. I got a bit drunk and was a bit like, you know what I mean. I wasn't a lady. I was one of the lads. I always was one of the lads. That's why I loved working with the bands, because it was all males and there was no bitching or anything. If you had a fallout, you get it out of the way. You piss me off. Oh, sorry. You've upset me, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk it over with you, and you'd sort it out. Whereas, with women, you just can't.
No.
Yeah.
Totally.
Could you explain, or I'm just trying to find a picture at the moment of the new Ghost dance, because there's everybody's super excited. Who are these people? Let me just try. Let me try and get the photo up. Awesome photo and video. And by the way, we have the new song later in the show.
So there's a premiere. So
There is
ready,
a premiere,
ready.
which is absolutely amazing.
Baby, yeah, definitely.
Hold on, let me just try and get the photo up. I'm just trying to find it.
There behind the sign saying "Beware the Tiger."
Hold on.
Hitchhiker's Guide reference, folks.
Oh gosh.
I think the lovely thing about this lineup is they were in a band called Harlequin, where the guys that I'm working with, and they always supported Ghost Dance in the early days.
Oh right.
So they've known it was like their favorite band. They were in a glam rock band, and it was absolutely fabulous. You know that it was real glam rock, and they used to try and outdo each other in the clothes.
Brilliant.
I wish to be there as a mouse.
Long blonde, long locks and curly hair, and absolutely brilliant. And we just loved them, and we used to get them to support us every time we played. So obviously they've sort of grown up with Ghost Dance, and
I guess they knew your audience as well.
They did, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And the lovely thing about it is because they've grown up with Ghost Dance, they know how the songs, they go together and how the melodies go together. And so with writing, we were really worried about writing this new song, and it just fell into place, and it was just absolutely fabulous. It really was.
I'm just trying to find. Mark, can you find the photo?
The photo.
Yes, the photo of the new band. It's on our thumbnail. Let me just.
Can I do it?
I'm trying to find it.
Looking on my desk. It's not on here.
You sure? It's not with your piranha, is it?
No. So just a quick one while we're looking for that, Anne-Marie. So whereabouts did you do a lot of the recording then? So with you and Gary. So Gary was writing a lot of the stuff sort of at home initially.
Yeah, we had a home track. It was for a home track that we used. So we used to write them all, and then obviously when we just used to we were on Carbon Records, so we just used to go into studios and do that. I can't remember where I know that we did the album, and that was down at the Manor with Richard Branson down there, and that was like absolutely fabulous. It was just like the most amazing studio I've ever been in, with the Manor House and everything, and it was just such. We've been privileged, really. We did some writing at Page's Place as well, where ABBA did a lot of their
yeah.
All right.
So we have been, and Townhouse. We worked at the Townhouse, and sadly all these places have gone, haven't they? Really?
Oh my God, yeah.
So many have, yeah.
That's the thing as well, especially with the COVID lockdown. Is a lot of the small places just won't probably come back, will they?
No. I mean, we used to work in a place at Driffield as well that we did the first couple of tracks, and and that was very close to my heart. That place.
Might have a photo. How about this?
You got it. I couldn't find it.
Finally. Hey. So, can you see that? Okay, Anne-Marie.
Yeah, I can see that.
Could you explain from left to right who these wonderful good lookers are?
I can. There's Phil Noble. Phil Noble's in the brown with the glasses.
Yeah. And what does Phil play?
Phil plays the bass.
He looks like a bass player, doesn't he? He does look like that, like kind of bass player. So he was. These were all in that original band that used to.
They were in Harlequin, apart from Steve. I'll explain Steve. So then we've got Tim Walker.
Tim, yeah.
And he's got Voltage Studios in Bradford, where we rehearsed and we did the recording for the single. Sorry. And he also did the video as well. He's super talented and such a lovely man. I've known him 40 years. I've known him for a long time. And he's very, very close to my heart. He's a lovely man.
So if you've known him for about 40 years, that means you were both about 1 when you met.
Yeah, roughly.
Yes.
Well, we don't age, you see.
You don't know. Exactly. Exactly.
Goth vampires.
And one thing I just want to say as well about Ghost Dance is Ghost Dance has always had killer bass lines. It's very sort of bass driven.
Yes.
Like Grip of Love and stuff like that. It just blew me away. What an absolutely fantastic song. So and the new song as well is killer. The production and the song is just awesome. It is total Ghost Dance.
Thank you. It's lovely to hear, actually, because we were nervous about bringing it out, but we've got to move forward. You know, I know that everybody's interested in seeing Ghost Dance and listening to the original songs, which, you know, we're not going to shy away from. Obviously, there will be in the show, and there will be some Skeleton Family songs as well, and the new song. But the idea is that people have that nostalgia, so they can hear the old songs. So that's what we want to do.
And definitely, and the new songs, it feels like a progression from the old songs, so you can hear it, and it's awesome.
My voice is I've sung it completely different, which is Tim that gave me the confidence to sing it like that. You know, so you know, and he's just a genius. I mean, he's done the
honestly. I'm so honored to have you on our festival, and I can see you live. I cannot wait.
I'm
seriously, I'm so excited.
It is going to be amazing. We haven't played for like nearly 2 years now, so we're just going to go mad. You've seen V2A. I think you saw us at Leipzig, didn't you? With our
awesome. One of the best gigs I've ever been to. And I was just dancing away earlier, you know, before you introduced me when I was in the green room. But no, I'm super excited because I'm going to be doing a song with you. So that's awesome.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. So we are now we're past the wonderful Anne-Marie in the middle, looking gorgeous as always.
So then we've got Steve D-Rig, and he's on guitar. He wasn't with Harlequin, but he was around in the Bradford scene when all the music was happening. He was in another band. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the band. He'll kill me when I speak to him. But he's really cool. It just looks cool.
He does look super cool, doesn't he? Even the whole band shot looks super cool. It really does. And the last guy on the right?
That is Dave Wood, and he's on drums.
Wow.
And he's lovely. They're like we're like best friends. We just it's like you guys, you know, when you're together, you just sit and listen and you talk to each other. And you really
family.
Happy. And giddy, and you know, it's just like it's like always, you know, light time, and that's what these are like. There's no heaviness, no nastiness, no, you know, you don't need that. Music's about loving the people that you work with, but also putting out as much, you know, great material and having that. Yeah, definitely. It's a celebration. And that's what we were always about, even though, you know, it was in the early days with Skeleton Family, I always looked like really, really, you know, hard faced. But with Ghost Dance, it was a joy to be on, and we always smiled.
Yeah. And there's a question from DJ Joe Virus from Dallas, and he wants to know whether it was a video for Skeleton Family's Promised Land filmed, as he loved that video.
He loved the video.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. That's great. Thank you, DJ.
Joe Virus. So where was it filmed?
It was filmed on Ilkley Moor.
Oh wow! Whereabouts is that?
That's like it's probably
not far from Ilkley.
No, well, obviously no. It's about 10 minutes away from my house, and it's like it's one of those places that you get so many UFOs over there.
Oh,
it's
wow.
like a hotspot for UFOs, and obviously there's the stone rings as well. You know, the stone rings. Got this there's hundreds up there, so it's quite a magical place. And it's a funny video. It was done such a long time ago. I look back at it now and I think I was giggling all the time because it was so quiet. I giggled all the way through. So I went, oh, that's really crap, Amber. You giggled all the way through, and it was like, well, it was at the time.
I had that. I had to rip someone's heart out. And just couldn't stop laughing.
That wasn't for a video, though, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was just
Shakti Day.
So Anne-Marie, what's been your favourite video that you've filmed out of all your different bands?
Oh gosh, I'd say this new one, definitely the new one. The one that we did 2 for the album for Stop the World. We did Celebrate, and we also did Down to the Wire, and that was like, it was over 12 hours we worked, and it was really hard work. But this last one, it was
I just had an idea. Should we do a stone circle on V2A Fest? We get like somewhere, we do our stone circle and watching UFOs going by.
If you're going to make something like that, just when you're putting out the dimensions on the specification, make sure you specify feet, not inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Very Spinal Tap.
Yeah. I take you over.
Like and follow for more life hacks.
So a quick question to Mechanized. So Mechanized, did you do an interview or something today? Could you explain more?
Oh man, it didn't stop all week for me. Seriously. Yeah, we did an interview this afternoon with the lovely BBC Two, with we've been justiced, literally. So yeah, about V2A Fest. So as soon as I get the link, it's Kate Justice. That's it. Sorry. Slipped my mind.
Yeah.
So it was awesome. So yeah, it was an awesome interview. And Kate Justice is coming to our festival, and I have the honor to dress her up and write her in, and I cannot wait.
You're riding Kate Justice?
That didn't sound right.
I write her into the festival.
Shop.
Right.
Right.
Jesus,
Right.
You dirty buggers.
So she doesn't have to go far.
Jeez.
So we are
on a motorbike.
Bareback.
Well, we're working on it.
I'm working on a motorbike, but
Thanks,
we've got the
Kelly.
buggy. So there's one or the other. So I see what I can find. I made a big inquiry online to get a proper Mad Max motorbike. So I don't know if I get one in time, because I don't have time to build one, because we have a festival to build and we have like 6 weeks to do. So yeah, it's a whole city. It's only a whole city we have to build. So so I don't have time to do a motorbike. So I'm hoping I'll find one. Otherwise, she's going in on the buggy.
Oh, you're riding her in, so you can just go on her back.
Yeah.
No, I can't carry her.
It's like a hazing.
Maybe I bring a
Yay
horse
for the
on.
muggers.
So we are planning, Anne-Marie, we are talking to some people at the BBC, and they might come in, do recordings from the festival. How cool will that be? There was also going to be a video team there as well.
Yeah.
So it will be. I cannot wait. It's just suddenly, seriously, just gone bonkers. We only put the site live on Wednesday, and the tickets going bonkers. So, but we can't. Obviously, it's a massive site with a lot of potential. But it's like the first year, so we will only let a limited amount of people in, just because of COVID. We do not know what COVID would be like, just to be on the safe side. So, but at this rate, we are sold out pretty soon. It's just crazy.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
That's
that would be
fantastic.
awesome. Yeah, but it's been a very hectic week. So yeah, now the BBC on board, and yeah, let's see.
It's going to be amazing. So Anne-Marie, are you all rehearsing? Have you played any gigs with the new Ghost Dance guys?
We did. We played the 14th of February last year at the Wardrobe. And obviously it went down really, really well. I mean, there was a few people who were missing, obviously taking their wives or husbands out for a romantic meal. So we did fantastic, and the gig was absolutely awesome. It was like you walked on stage, and it was just like there was like a massive roar, and it was like I didn't expect that. We're looking around, as it was like, that is us, you know. But I was really nervous, but it went down really, really well. And then sadly, COVID.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Would you ever thought we would live through a black plague worldwide? I never never been on my radar.
Exactly.
Like a little sniffles or something. Yeah, but nothing like this at the whole world. Literally, when everything came to a standstill, I was like, just nothing. You just heard birds whistle. You heard nothing, and it's like, what is going on? This is just very crazy.
It was. It was absolutely mental. I mean, the sad thing about it was, well, it's not sad, but I worked all the way through it. I think.
Yeah, I know you're front line. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would have gone mad if I'd stayed at home. But Julian was at home, and he's got ailments now from just sitting at home and working.
I got the ticket. I got the ticket in January and just recovering of it.
It's mad. It's mad, and who would have thought? And now. It's like obviously I've got a bad knee, I've got a false knee, but with all the dancing that I did, and I danced around the windmill, at the in Paris.
Rouge.
We used to play that. We used to play that gig all the time. It was a huge gig.
It's awesome.
Oh,
and I actually danced round that windmill with a bottle of champagne.
As you do.
Doing the can.
I don't know. What was our venue in Paris? It was not the Moulin Rouge. It was another one. Yeah, we had the techno Viking there dancing around in his hall.
He was outside.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. Yeah, we were touring. We were touring with Combi Christ Amory. So that was and we played. Where did we play again, Patrick? Skelly?
That was Divan du Monde in Paris. That was my second ever gig.
It was slightly full.
Yeah.
Crazy, absolutely crazy.
It was hot as hell. They were having synths shorting out because the ceiling was dripping.
Yeah,
short and electrics. And also the venue promoter, he thought, let's not bother with water on stage, so no one had any water.
We were just running. That was the worst gig I think I've ever played venue-wise. There was just, I've seen some naked buttons that made up for it. I will not name who it was, but I was like, I'm not closing that door now.
Oh dear.
Oh, well, another fact or fict in the can, I think.
That's definitely another fact or fict, isn't it? So, Anne-Marie, I have a question from one of the guys. Is there going to be any new Ghost Dance merch? People are excited.
Yes, there will be. We've got the shirt with the surfer on because obviously we had the surfing squad, spook squad they were called, but they were all into, they used to surf each other. So one would be like pretend to be a board, and the others would stand up on him and do the old surfing thing. So so we've got the new, and then obviously there'll be some sweatshirts and probably the old T-shirt we'll bring back as well.
Oh, awesome!
With the
nice.
Yeah, definitely.
It will be available in the shopping mall.
Yes, we have a shopping district in Nuke City, so very, very excited. I saw Ghost Dance play in Birmingham, and it was one of the most electric gigs I've ever seen in my life. It was mental.
I have to say, he's like a little kid since he got you onboarded.
I am seriously. My first band, they said we got our own fest. So apart from us, who I've been to every gig, which is always good. I've saw Ghost Dance loads of times, and it's like, we've got to have Ghost Dance. Anne-Marie, I love Anne-Marie.
Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. It's. I mean, when I met you guys, it was just absolute. You were so kind to the two others that were left at the hotel, and it was just magical. It was just magical meeting you both. All of you.
It feels like we've known each other forever, though.
I know,
but it's cool.
It is. It's crazy, and you're going to have to come up and spend some time with us.
Oh, we will
definitely. and this is where then, guys, everybody. This is where the V2A ice hockey tops come from. Gary Marks back in the day used to wear an ice hockey top, and that started my whole fascination with ice hockey tops.
It was a blue one, wasn't it?
It was blue with like stripes on the.
Yeah.
See, I'm too young for that.
Come on, Drone, where is it? Get it out.
I just slow that in.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So hopefully
now, question.
Oh, sorry.
Why is Mr. Deckwell writing you from 66 Sputnik? I wonder why that is. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
He just wished us a good show.
Okay.
And I can't say any more at the moment, but it's all exciting stuff. It's very exciting. So
I wish you stopped doing that.
Anne-Marie, next year, we may be doing a East Coast and West Coast tour in America. Wouldn't it be good if we could team up?
It would be absolutely awesome. The American, when you go over there and tour, it is absolutely fabulous. The people are absolutely delightful, and they're so grateful that you go over. I had the best night, and what I used to do was, after I've been on stage, obviously I wouldn't go down before I've been on stage because I like to look after my voice and warm it up. But after the show, I'd go down and meet everybody, and they were just absolutely fabulous people, really lovely people, and I'd love to do it again, definitely.
Awesome. So mechanized. So when we go over, we normally do LA. We do all the post-apocalyptic festivals, but I think we're doing a proper club tour as well. So question for the ladies. So mechanized and Anne-Marie. So what both of you is the best thing that you like in America when you're over there? We'll go around and we'll ask the whole troop. So mechanized first.
I just love everything about America. I just, it's just going out. You have sun nearly every day. I'm a sun lover. I'm sorry, but not really goth. So I like sun.
Fake German, fake goth. What's going on?
Oh, no.
Yeah, fake everything. So I like that. And then, for the first 3 days, I really indulge into the American breakfasts, but then my body is just had enough of them for a year because then it goes on strike. But that's what I literally have to do when I go over. But I just love being there. I like the people. I like going out on the beaches. I like to go to the cafes. I go to the restaurants or to the bars, and people are just amazing, and I just love it.
Wow. Anne-Marie, so for you, what's your favorite bit of America?
Oh, it's just delightful. I've spent a lot of time in New York, and Brooklyn is absolutely fabulous. The bands that played there, the music that's come out of there. When we went last year, in 2018, it was absolutely amazing. It's just it's just changed so much and grown up so much that it's a beautiful place. But the people, once they hear an English accent, it's like, wow, I'm going to watch it. And it's like, leave me alone. You can't. You've got to speak to them because they just love the English accent. And it's like, where are you from? Oh, you've got an unusual. Because it's like in Germany, when I used to speak in Germany, it was like really obvious. Germans couldn't understand my accent because it's regional accents. They don't understand, do they? That's
right.
Yeah, I have to say, when I moved to England, lived in London. London was all right. I could understand people, but as soon it just went after the borders of London, that was it. I couldn't understand Birmingham. and North, not a chance. And I had this guy I worked for, my boss, and he was Scottish. And every time he talked to me, and I was like, I just. I mean, it's better now, but Jesus, I have to say, it's a difference to our German school English.
I mean, the lovely thing about it is, I'm from Ireland. Both parents are Irish, so I do understand. We've always had that different twang within our voices, which is quite cool, really.
Oh, definitely. So for me, my favorite thing when I go to America is flaming hot Cheetos. It's like,
what's the other
thing? The cereal.
The cereal.
Colossal
Berry Crunch.
Colossal Berry Crunch. What it is, Anne-Marie, is this breakfast cereal is not allowed in Europe because of the E numbers. It's like fluorescent colours, full of sugar. And if I have a bowl of that, I can't sleep for about 9 days. It's awesome.
Yeah, and we can't use the RV toilet either.
And what about the stuff that turns your poo a funny colour?
Yeah, that's Gatorade.
That's another story.
Crazy. So
somebody can't understand the northern accent. They say Southerners can't understand the northern accent.
Oh, what was that? Yeah, this is Andy. Good old Andy.
Hi, Andy.
God's own accent.
He's a space marine.
Oh, firewater. Yes. Tony likes firewater.
So do you have, is there any...
What is a Turkish breakfast?
What is a Turkish? I've no
Imagine
idea.
it's the breakfast they have in Turkey.
I would say so. So a quick question, again, back to Anne-Marie. So Anne-Marie, do you have a timeline for when the next release, the album's coming out? Or are you going to do a single first? Or
We're going to release a single. The single's coming out hopefully on the 13th of August, which is a Friday the 13th, believe it or not.
Therefore, was a photo bomb. sorry.
So yes, it's coming out then, and obviously we're just writing at the moment. But the first thing is we're not thinking about anything until we've done the V2 festival. That is the main thing.
Yeah,
awesome.
I seriously, I can't wait.
It is going to be absolutely amazing. We have another guest. Another surprise guest. So as you know, Anne-Marie, I don't know if you've seen our graphic novel. We've got the V2A Wasteland Chronicles graphic novel. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I've looked into it.
I will send you a copy. So we've had great fun writing that with a load of 2000 AD artists. And while we were releasing that, we met this awesome guy who I can see, who's not on the stream yet, who we're just going to bring on. All the way from New York. Let us introduce him now.
Hey!
Hello. How are you, sir?
I'm good. It's been a whirlwind. We're nearing the end of the latest Kickstarter. Should I introduce myself?
Please introduce yourself. And first of all, Anne-Marie from the legendary Ghost Dance. Do you know Ghost Dance?
I am familiar with Ghost Dance. That's
the legendary Ghost Dance. If you'd like to explain to the audience, first of all, I've seen your comic and it is absolutely awesome. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite one out there.
Sweet. So I am Brenton Lengel. I am a lot of things, but I'm the author of Snow White Zombie Apocalypse, which is published by Scout Comics and my own company, Autonomous Collective. It's been nominated for 2 Ringo Awards, and we are currently funding the 4th issue, which I'm really excited about. The campaign's got about 5 more days at this point. So we're fully funded and just trying to rack up the score as much as possible and get the story out to as many people. I'm also like a poet, playwright, Appalachian Trail 2000 miler, and I'm working on a fantasy novel set in the afterlife that begins when the main character dies with Rogue of the Crew Shadows. We've been working on that for several years.
Oh my God! So for the Kickstarter at the moment, is it books 1 to 4?
The Kickstarter is books 1 to 4 is what's available. The 4th book is done, and I think I'm getting the final lettered version of it out probably sometime in the next day or 2, and then that will be printed under my label and sent out to our Kickstarter backers. And Scout Comics is reprinting the original Snow White Zombie #1, starting this. Just beginning in 2022, and then they're going to be releasing all of the issues as well under their label, and then they're going to follow that up with a trade, which is really exciting. So people can experience the story in their comic shops in about 6 months, or they can experience it right now and help fund it and make sure that the series continues on.
Awesome. And we've got the Kickstarter link over there on the screen. Also, Stig's going to put it into the comments. So please check it out, guys. It is absolutely awesome. As I said, it's one of our favorite comics out there. It is an awesome story, amazing graphics, really, really interesting and fun story. Where on earth did you get the idea for that from?
Oh, so I started out as a playwright in New York City, and I had just moved to the city. And somebody sent me, I hadn't had anything produced at all yet and was terrified in my first apartment in Harlem. And somebody sent me a 10-minute play competition, which was like basically where people write a play and then put it on like fully within 24 hours. So what I wound up doing was it had a prompt like Fairy Tale Smackdown, and I had a lot of things like rushing around in my head at the time, kind of, you know, a lot of fears, a lot of hopes and dreams, and I sort of just came down to that I wanted to do something working with zombies. And originally I was like, well, maybe I'll do zombie Shakespeare, but then I was like, no, can't write an iambic pentameter. So the idea that it was the prompt was Fairy Tale Smackdown, and so you needed to use like an apple, for instance, and like different things, and lightning just struck, and I wrote the entire 10-minute play in one evening, submitted it. It got picked up by the festival. People loved it. They came up to me afterwards and were like, oh my God, this play reads like something that somebody who went to Yale wrote. And I'm like, yeah, well, you should tell Yale about that because they rejected me.
Take that, Yale.
Yeah, take that, Yale. You're on notice. So the play then went on to have a life. It was in the Estrogenius Festival, fully produced, a celebration of female voices. I guess somebody saw me from behind and thought I was a chick. And that was like one of my first productions in New York City. Everybody loved it. We won the Audience's Choice Award. And then in 2012, I made it into a 2-hour-long stage play and really made a splash in the 2012 Fringe Festival.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool. People loved it because I brought like actual kung fu choreography to the stage.
Yeah. Can I just quickly pause? We have a super chat from Mike Stefaninator.
Okay.
Boom, boom. And then another one after.
Hold on.
Okay. And another one from Rodent.
Hey! Hold on, I'll get
Mike
it.
Mike wanted to
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Thank you, boss. Love you. Sorry. Carry on, Brenton.
No, that was way more interesting.
There's one more. Hold on.
Sorry about this.
Just looking at the other chat window, I just want to say hello to Doug and Jill. We've got Doug Duval and Jill Atkinson on the other chat.
Hi guys, on the other chat.
Hi guys.
Hi.
We've got have we actually got a question from Rodent?
Blimey.
Yes.
And the appropriate in the flow of conversation.
Okay. Skelly, do you want to read it out?
Ask when appropriate in the flow of conversation. What are your thoughts? Yeah, when's appropriate? Yeah. What are your thoughts on the new modern methods of music distribution? Are albums obsolete, or is it all digital download now?
So what do you reckon then, Anne-Marie?
Singles?
No, definitely not. No, I think, to be quite honest with you, I think albums are coming back. I never got rid of any of my vinyl.
Never.
No, never. And I mean, I've still got quite a lot of vinyl from Skeleton Family and Ghost Dance, the original ones that I keep upstairs. And it's like
I've got picture vinyls from Depeche Mode from really back, so which is like I don't know what they're worth now, but yeah, they're nicely safe stored.
Well, I do think the vinyl revival really saved albums in a lot of ways.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Having a physical copy of something, because vinyl's just so suited to that.
Yeah,
of course it is, and it's like any scratch or any mark on it takes you back to that time.
But I think it's even with CDs, like when we play shows, people want to have an autograph. They want to have something in their hands that they say, we met you and you signed it. So maybe it doesn't go in high numbers as they used to, obviously, but people still want it for collectibles. So I definitely think they're going to stay.
I think it's also like a pride of ownership thing as well. I think, how can you get excited about a CD? I mean, it just sort of, but like a 12-inch or a gatefold, you can just sit down, listen to the music, and it's
for me,
tangible.
For anything physical, if you look into like when downloading was really taken over, it feels like there's less value in it, because you could, in the click of a finger, you could go on whatever dodgy pirate site, you got the entire discography to a band.
Not mention any countries who did that.
But there's no.
Looking at you, Russia. Looking at you.
Yeah, naughty Russia. But there's no value behind it. You can have 12 albums in whatever band's discography, but there's nothing behind it because you're not scrimped and saved and like fought to acquire each album or anything. So it's kind of soulless. Is my thought.
Exactly. It just takes you back definitely to when you were younger and when you bought it and when you saved up, like we all did. But now it's just, even my boys did it where they just clicked on a link and it was, it was downloaded and it was like, right, great. But so the artist does lose out an awful lot.
But the thing is, if when I think how long it takes to do an album, it takes sometimes a year, then it goes into the whole mastering, producing final stages, then to get it out, to get the artwork done, and to just put it up on a download, it's for me absolute what? I need something in my hand to say, yep. Yeah, it's very disrespectful just to put it online somewhere.
Yeah,
and another thing I heard from the mastering side of things, vinyl really helped to put another shot into the loudness wars, because I've heard that in terms of mastering techniques for years and years, people have been making things louder and louder and louder, and vinyl kind of put that on the back step because it's a completely different mastering technique, so you can't just stick gain on things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, totally. So a quick question then, let's start with Anne-Marie first. So Anne-Marie, in your record collection, what is your prized record? Which one would you take to that desert island if you could only have your one record?
Oh my God.
By the way, we totally stopped Brenton talking with the super chat. So he should go back whenever he was talking.
We will,
Brenton.
We will go back.
It's money. It's money.
Rude of
no
me.
biggie. This is very interesting. I will say, by the way, just to play the conversation here. So you Anne-Marie, you talked about like the scratches like on the record or the CD, the typical thing. There is actually there's a theory of aesthetics out of Japan called wabi-sabi. And it's the idea that it is actually the flaw inherent in the creation of, the otherwise perfect samurai sword, the single nick that is the source of all of that thing's aesthetic value. So I think like right off the bat, there is definitely something beyond the tangible that makes like an actual album or CD or especially vinyl like way more powerful for a person to experience than simply downloading something.
Oh, there's another super chat.
We'll come back to that. So Anne-Marie first of all. Yeah, Anne-Marie, what would be your prize record then if you could just take one to a desert island? Hopefully if that desert island did have a record player, otherwise.
Oh, it would.
And electricity. Or generator or anything like that. Or a bike.
It would. I think the one song I'm thinking about, it would have to be Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits.
Wow.
Yeah, along with that.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, Brenton,
super chat.
What?
Hold on, before you start, get the super chat in.
Okay, here we go. Here we go again. Hold on a second. Give me one moment. One moment.
Drone can read that one out.
What is the difference between a punk and a DJ? Punks only have 7 inches. A DJ always brings a 12-inch. Thank you, Rodent. Rodent's one of our wastelanders.
I love you, Rodent.
He's an awesome guy. So Brenton, what song, what record would you take then, sir, to the desert island?
Oh, I know exactly what I'm taking, because I would be taking my signed copy of the Crusaders' most recent release, Astro Mythology, because one, I think that album is probably one of the best of the past 20 years, and two, I got it from Rogue. He literally signed it, so it really means a lot to me. Actually, that kind of ties into something I'm just putting into our private chat right now. If you guys want to share it or watch it, so this is the intro video.
What? In the green room, you mean? You want to have a discussion in the green room?
In the green room. But you might want to check this out, because one of the songs from it, Of Angels, actually features at the very beginning. We don't need to watch the whole thing, but the first minute or two might be cool to go over.
Cool. I will stick that on in a moment. So we just go around the rest of the team. So mechanized.
I would take a whole box of my Depeche Mode collections because they're the most valuable thing I have because I got so many of them.
You can only pick one.
It's one box. One box.
You can't just bend the rules like that because then I'll just say I'll just take one cabinet.
She is German.
Are there to be broken.
She is German. Skelly, what would you take?
Does it have to be vinyl? Because I don't have any vinyl.
No,
yes.
It could be just yes. Then just
go and buy one.
Confusion.
Go and buy a vinyl, and then
it'll be a CD.
Actually, I've got a really old one. I've got just
Skelly.
comes to mind the one, so he can.
I'm not borrowing one. I'll take a CD.
The dog's out.
It'll be a CD player on
That's
the thing.
How would you power the CD player?
Well, they said earlier there's electricity on this island. Let's not get into the nitty-gritty.
Skelly, we'll get into it. It's
getting interrupted. I'd probably take either one of my massive 80s compilations if I was going for bang for the buck, or actually, if I just snip over, have I got enough cable? Have I got enough cable?
Are you laying a cable?
I did.
21st century.
Very relaxing.
Seriously,
are you a DJ? Have you got the 12-inch?
You don't get this on the BBC.
With Stig's hat, you never know. I've got my Exile on Cold Harbour Lane special box set that I got the last time I was going to Alabama 3. And this is a very special, lovely little box. I went to that gig and I spent all my booze money on merch and I didn't regret it one bit because look at this.
All your booze money.
Yeah, no trips to the bar. And it's got these are all just special cut albums from Exile on Cold Harbour Lane. There's a little booklet and there's all these different CDs with different mixes and all sorts of things. So.
And if you were on the desert island with Drone, you could play him the whole of Alabama 3. He'd just.
I would have a convert. He will be preaching and testifying by the end of it.
He would be testifying.
Testify.
Yeah. Stig, what would you take, sir?
London Calling.
Oh, Clash.
Oh,
gotta be
Clash.
Spanish Bombs, one of my absolute favorite songs.
Well, there we go. Yeah. No question as far as I'm concerned. The last gang in town.
We have an answer from Doug. He says, to answer the question, my mechanized infantry CD is carefully preserved in my fire safe.
Ooh. A man with taste.
That's sweet.
Does he live in San Francisco?
I would love to be.
No, just live in because you need to buy a box in San Francisco, don't you?
No, I think it's somewhere. Is he somewhere in California?
California.
But not San Francisco. Not San Francisco.
But is he near? I think he is near California City. Is it? Am I right? Doug? I think
he is. I think he is. Yeah.
What I would take, because I take it you're all really interested, because everybody was just going on about something else.
That's lucky because I was about to read out what the audience liked.
Okay,
so you better get in there.
I was going to say, and I'm going to try this. I think the new Ghost Dance song, "Falling Down," is my all-time favorite song.
If only we had
if only we could Anne-Marie, the legendary Anne-Marie, can we play a small piece of the song on the show?
You can play the whole song.
So, but not only play it, you need to say this is the full premiere of your new song of Ghost
Hold on, let's go on then, Anne-Marie. You can introduce
it.
This is Falling Down. I hope you enjoy it. Ghost Dance.
And let me just hopefully. Can you hear?
I can.
Now and shout. There's no way out. Your walls are falling down. Did you know long ago everything was blue? There's now big black rain. Just tread softly now. Rules are in the floor. You can't survive them anymore. Oh, you've seen the signs. It's in your eyes. The walls are falling down. You silent shout. There's no way out. Your walls are falling down. Oh, you've seen the signs. It's in your eyes. The walls are falling down. You silent shout. There's no way out. The walls are falling down. You've seen the signs. It's in your eyes. The walls are falling down. You silent shout. There's no way out. The walls are falling down.
Wow, what a song,
Brilliant.
everybody. Awesome.
Hey,
Great.
cracking.
Anne-Marie loved it so much, she's disappeared at the moment. So if somebody could ping her and see if we can get her back on. What an awesome song. So, Brenton, so first of all, a big Ghost Dance fan or Sisters of Mercy? You're on mute. Mute, sir. Oh, let me take you off mute.
You do it.
Oh,
You're
you're still on mute.
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 Mute. Mute.
Like Andy used to say.
Well, that was silly.
Don't worry, we've all been there. So
21st century problems.
yeah, we've all been there. Yeah. So,
you're back.
yeah, you're back. You're back, sir.
Go on then.
So,
Talk.
so,
I am back.
Talk.
So what I was saying is, are you a Sisters of Mercy fan? Ghost Dance?
I've been a Sisters of Mercy fan for a while. Ghost Dance, I've been aware of, and after hearing that, I'm definitely like a fan.
Wow,
At this point,
Anne-Marie,
but really
first of all,
she's got-
round of applause for Anne-Marie. That
What
is
a song.
what a song, Anne-Marie. Oh my God.
I love your voice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I thought there was. By the way, I think I'm not sure if it was right before the bridge, but you had a really great strategic use of silence, like within the song, and a lot of people are like afraid to use that, but it's so important that you can't hear sound without silence. So like from a philosophical standpoint, I love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who wrote the silence?
Yeah.
I did.
So Anne-Marie, what is the story behind the song?
It's about really, excuse me, a home that was in a paper, which was like the cheapest house in Bradford, and it was selling for about £4,000. it was Tim that I came up with the idea of the first falling, you know, everything's falling apart.
Yeah.
But we didn't really want it to sound like it was coming from COVID or anything like that. So we had like there was like both myself and Tim wrote the lyrics, and you know, it was basically about a house that he'd had a friend that lived there, and sadly this house was advertised in the national paper saying it was the cheapest house in the whole of the UK. And there was like photographs of people that used to live in that house, and it was really sad, because you think, wow, that's that person's life, and for whatever reason they've left there, but they've left everything. That, you know, you could see photos on the wall and parts of their belongings and things, and you just think that's really, really sad.
Yeah.
And it's you know, and you look at what's happening nowadays, and people are just with the pandemic and everything. It's taken its toll on a lot of people.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and especially with mental illness, and we don't, you know, the Britons don't look at mental illness as strongly as we should do.
No, we are
which
poor, yeah.
is wrong. You know, we have these people that if you're an alcoholic, you get money to buy alcohol. You don't get put in a place where you can dry out and we sort out the problem. We've never done that. We've always shied away from it, and this is what Falling Down is all about.
Awesome song, absolutely storming song. What a song to come back with. I was just going to ask Brenton, because he's new to the show. He's missed the first bit because we had Anne-Marie on first, but there is a little bit of the show, sir, where we do a fact or fict. So you can actually tell the audience a fact or a fiction. You can make it up or tell them the truth. And they
about yourself.
About yourself. They have to the end of the show to work out if it's truth or a lie. So
Okay.
would you, I don't know, let's play the jingle, sir, and then you can have a go. This is normally quite entertaining.
What was that? Was it a hop remix? Now?
It's
a remix jungle.
Definitely. So, sir,
Ah.
what is your fact or fict for the audience?
Fact or fict? I once knocked a man out with my bare hands in Montreal.
Ooh.
Only in Canada.
Ooh.
Montreal screw job.
That looks quite believable from my side. I think I'm going. I think that's going to be on. So first of all, mechanized on the festival, because we have the festival. I believe next week we're going to start announcing some of the other bands. So as we said, Martin from Zig Zig Sputnik just said hello for no reason at all. And other stuff will be coming up, hopefully. Just friendly, just a friendly
just
guy.
to fly high to say hi to our fans.
And so the festival is on, guys. It's V2AFest.com. You've heard the wonderful Ghost Dance, and I'm so excited. I'm probably more excited about your gig than our gig. But our gig is going to be mental. We've not played for about 2 years, so.
Bring it on.
I don't think you've ever seen us live, but we're a post-apocalyptic band. We headline all the big festivals all around the world. We've got snow cannons, and it's just crazy.
I think we played several gigs, because you mentioned Crew Shadows. We played several gigs with Crew Shadows in Europe. I remember that.
Yeah, we played some festivals in Belgium and
Holland.
Holland. Exactly.
Yeah, they're wonderful, and I'm so glad that these two aspects, are
definitely
kind of meshing at this point. Because I've been with Crew Shadows at Dragon Con for the past 4 or 5 years now.
Wow. So how do you find? Have you been over to Europe at all?
Me, I was born in Italy, actually.
Oh
wow.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Naples. And lived the first 2 years of my life in Catania, Sicily.
Wow!
Beautiful place.
Definitely amazing food. So we love Italy, but we would like them to come second in the football tomorrow.
No, we just hope both teams have fun.
Okay, a close second, but second.
Yeah, a close second. We hope both teams have fun, but we hope England have more fun.
Is it coming home? Is it coming home?
Is it coming home?
Also, we got Justin watching online.
I don't know. I'm German. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to be in the competition to know about these things.
So another quick question from a big now shout out for Terry, our weapons and explosive expert. Now, Terry.
No, Terry.
No.
Dark Dean's on, Matt's on, Julie's
Hi,
on,
Dark Dean.
Leela's on, everybody. So
Leela.
please check out Snow White and the Zombie Apocalypse. It is absolutely amazing. When is how many issues are there? So that this is 1 to 4, and when will the next one be?
So at the moment there are 4 issues. The first issue is a double issue, so that's a 44-page special. So it's really like there's 5. The next issue should be coming out very soon. We're actually changing artists because I was inspired by Sandman, and I thought, like everybody hears fairy tales from different people. So as the story goes through different story beats, I bring on different artists to work on it. My first one being Hyando Park, who did the first issue. Issues 2 to 4 are done by Luana Vecchio, who's of the Image comic. She's phenomenal, and she finished up her run. And I guess I can announce it here, actually. Consider this like, exclusive announcement. My new artist is Adam Bryce Thomas of IDW's Sonic the Hedgehog and Samurai Jack. And his run on the series, he's already inked the first of issue number 5. His run on the series deals with a bunch of like Norse mythology and is directly inspired by Berserk in style.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm so excited for this.
That sounds amazing. Also, as you were talking about Sandman, a big shout out to our great friend Pete, who is the stunt. I think he's the stunt coordinator on the Sandman TV show, which they're filming over in the UK at the moment. So good luck, Pete. And have Pete,
please send me a friend request or something on Twitter because you sound like an incredible guy.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So also, Anne-Marie, we have got to get you in one of our graphic novels. We've got to.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It's going to happen. So, Brenton, what we've got quite a lot of the Mad Max actors as their own characters in our graphic novel. So we've got Emil Minty, who, if you've seen Mad Max 2, he was the feral kid, aged about 9 with a little boomerang, throwing the boomerang. He's now a mature person, and that's the nice
with his own feral kid.
With his own feral kid, and he's got his own character in our graphic novel called Boss Man, and we've got a few of the Mad Max other actors in there. So it's awesome. We have so much fun doing it.
It's really freaking cool. I love writing within an apocalypse and having the chance for people to make it into your series. There's a couple of artist friends of mine that are in the comic, as well as people on the Kickstarter who've paid to be characters. So yeah, that's really exciting.
Awesome. What we did as well, just for fun in our graphic novel, and I will send that over to you, Anne-Marie, on Monday, is we put a load of codes and we've hid a load of stuff in it. So I think there are 7 things hidden there, and the first person to find all 7 and email us wins £1,000. It's gone up. It's gone up because it's confusing everybody. So even down to the page numbers on the bottom of the page, they're not a number. And somebody worked out their letters, and that started the whole rabbit run. So that's highly entertaining. So we like to torment our fans as well, which is really, really good.
I think we'd have to give that away. We'd have to give that away, definitely, to charity.
Definitely. So yeah, definitely. So Anne-Marie, what is the timeline? So when is that song out? By the way, is that coming out digitally, or is it coming out on?
We're actually putting it out on the 13th of August, which is Friday the 13th, which is quite goth anyway, and it's coming out on YouTube. So
Awesome.
Oh, my God.
right across the platform. So it's we've actually
Everywhere.
got somebody working on it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the idea is to promote the band, really.
Yeah.
And just the fact that we're actually back. So
I'm so honored that you have the first gig at our stages.
I am stunned.
Yeah,
Also,
fantastic.
Anne-Marie, if you ever want a V2A post-apocalyptic remix, we are down for it.
You can do it, definitely. Definitely.
Only if I can wear my Gary Marks ice hockey top and pretend I was in the band.
You can.
How many?
Because you got nothing else to do at the moment, have you, Drone?
Oh no, we are slightly busy. We're doing. We've got a computer game.
Let's say someone in the band is coming up with ideas, and someone in the band is doing all the work.
Yes, I'm an ideas guy. I'm an ideas guy. So also a big shout out to the team we're working with on a computer game. It is awesome. We've done a load of music for a post-apocalyptic PC game, which is coming out very soon. And there's going to be a beta version, which you can play online. And we will announce that later. I think it's September it's going to come out. And also a big shout out to all the guys at Rebellion Software, Jason and the team for Sniper Elite VR, which we've all been playing on our Oculus Quests. Which is just, guys, it's a 10 out of 10 game. Came out this week by Rebellion Software, our mates in the UK. Awesome game. Awesome
I think,
game.
Skelly, you need to come in the gang. You need to get one.
You've got to get an Oculus Quest. Amazing. VR stuff. So, Anne-Marie, so back to you. What, apart from sort of the legendary Ghost Dance and Skeletal Family, what is the favourite band that you've seen live that you were not in?
Oh wow. Oh God, I'm so old. I'm just thinking.
No, you're not. You're
You're
just
not.
old.
21.
You're not
21.
21. I think the most amazing band that I saw that I was not aware of I'd never heard anything was yourselves, V2A at Leipzig. That was just such an awesome gig, definitely.
Agra is the place, isn't it? So it's like, yeah,
it was just amazing. It just blew me away. It really did.
And then literally there's a little story about that. So after that gig, we all went back to the hotel.
I can't remember that.
We all went back to the hotel, and then we had Ronan from VMV Nation with us, and we drank till about.
Were you in
11 o'clock
the hotel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and we were waiting that the breakfast bar opens before we went to bed. So we had breakfast and then went to bed. That's it. Yes, I remember
partying that was.
That was a long night.
Awesome.
And we witnessed Ronan.
We did, yeah.
Yes,
chromed him.
Chromed Ronan. So, Brenton, what is the best band you've seen live?
The best band I've seen live besides Cruise Shadows, I'll mention another one. Tell you the truth, I think my absolute favorite band, like for the live experience, not Cruise Shadows, is probably Flogging Molly. To tell you the truth, I've caught them twice live. Like once I actually drove all the way to Georgia to catch them in Warped Tour. And Dave King really knows how to work a crowd, and just a blast. I've also been listening to their newest album, which was like 2015, but I've really been rediscovering it lately, and it's bringing me back to like wonderful years in my life that are long behind me.
Wow. Also, you again, like the rest of us, is 21. So everybody's 21 today.
I'm definitely 21. This is not gray around my temples.
Roden is saying his favorite gig was They Might Be Giants. Don't mean anything to me.
Yeah, they were a band. I can't remember what on earth they played.
Didn't they do the theme to Malcolm in the Middle?
I think they did, actually.
They might have done, yeah.
Also, guys, if please post up what was the best band you've ever seen live. Mechanized.
Well, I have to go for a recent one, which I absolutely adore, and I so in one of the next coming years would like to have them on V2A Fest, and it's Heilung. because we
Heilung.
played a show with them just before the pandemic, and I nearly ended up on stage accidentally with them because I marched with the Warriors, and he's like,
there's a story here.
there's a story. So, well, I came backstage, and they were just getting ready to go on stage, and I were the Warriors, and I love Heilung. So then I just walked with them for fun. And then he says, you go past this point, you go black, and you go on stage.
And there's another proviso for going on stage with them, though. You have to be naked, don't you?
Flipping heck, are they sexy?
a lot of nudity. A lot of nudity.
No, but in honesty, I think Heilung are just an outstanding band. It's just unique, and it's just an experience. And I really, that's one of the bands. I don't think, but because they're from Germany, and at the moment this year we're concentrating on UK bands for the festival because of pandemic, and we don't know what's going on. So next year or the year after, I would love to get Heilung on.
Skelly, question for you then.
Best bands seen live. Okay, well, I'm going to name a few because I'm crap at picking just one thing. I've just seen D mention Alice Cooper and Rammstein. They're always great live.
Rammstein, yeah.
And also, I think Adamant, when he's on form, I can't keep up with him. He's amazing. And Alabama 3.
Oh, God. Hey. It was going so well until you said that. Steve.
You've never actually seen or heard.
No.
You've just kind of taken a set against.
Stig.
I'm just looking at all the bands that people are putting in the chats.
If we could mention more than one, you guys mentioning Rammstein, Aurelio Voltaire does an incredible live show.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I've been on with Voltaire once.
Yeah.
You think?
Well, it was a hazy night, but I was he grabbed a few of us on. It was in York.
True then.
One night, Voltaire.
Oh, brilliant.
We've seen Rammstein, by the way, because a lot of people mention Rammstein. We went into the fire zone, and as you can see, my eyebrows are slowly back now.
You guys, of course, by the way,
a little bit.
you've heard the Voltaire song "I Am Rammstein," right?
Yeah.
You love this, but I'm backstage with your girlfriend.
Definitely.
You can't understand what I'm singing.
I think for me, one of the best bands I've seen, and this was only a few years ago, I saw Bauhaus, which was Pete Murphy and David J on bass, and they did a reunion. There was only the two of them, but they played in their hometown of Northampton, and it was a little club. It was about 500 people. I think their family and friends were there, and they just destroyed the crowd. It was electric. I was right at the front screaming. I was like, ah! But
can I get
what a gig.
Can I get another one in? I really enjoyed Oomph. I love Oomph. Does anybody know Oomph? I love Oomph. It's a German band. I love Oomph. Yeah.
I think it's pronounced Oomph.
Yeah, but I love Oomph.
Also, big shout out to Ronan, VMV Nation. They are awesome live, great fun. And also, one of the ones we met that we get on really well with, which we might be bringing over to V2A Fest one of the years. It's a band from Sweden, and they're called Priest. But they're like, if you imagine like a S&M version of Depeche Mode.
Or an S&M version of Depeche Mode.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
But that is interesting described.
Yeah, they're really good. I like Priest. I
enjoyed them when I saw them. They're very good.
One advantage of being slightly older than 21 is that we saw an awful lot of bloody good music. Because if you're only 21, you've missed an awful lot. If I was only 21, I wouldn't have seen The Clash, The Jam, The Stranglers, The Cure.
The only thing you know what I hate, what I never wanted to see live.
David
Bowie. Yeah. David Bowie was on my list to see since a little kid, and then he died. Seriously, David, could you not have waited until I've seen you?
How dare you?
Seriously.
I managed to see him.
I saw him.
No, I have no to his house to take selfies.
Also Tom Petty as well.
Tom Petty.
Oh yes.
How dare you?
That was a bit inconsiderate, wasn't it?
Very, very. But I remember playing with the Ramones. We did German dates with the Ramones, and that was absolutely fabulous.
Oh, I bet.
Wow.
It was awesome, and and the only one that wasn't there was Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And Marky, Joey, and yeah.
Yeah.
Which band would you love to see?
Yeah, is there a band?
Oh.
Let's start this. So let's do the next round. Then, so Anne Marie, what band would you like to see which you haven't seen?
Oh God! Well, Tom Petty it would have to be, but unfortunately,
Right,
he's dead, so.
alive.
Alive.
We could dig him up.
I don't think he'd
Well,
like
Mike
that.
Stefanonator thinks Bowie's just hiding.
With
Yeah,
Elvis. Yeah.
I know that's that. I don't know really. I like so many different types of music. It's really hard to just pick one. You know, I've grown up
two. Take two.
It's like at the buffet. Take a few. Take one for later.
Who would I like to see live? I don't know. Can you come back to me on that?
We'll come back. Brenton.
D says that Marky Ramone got her drunk.
So I'll give you two, and they're going to be kind of deep cuts here. So one I want to see live is Amon Amarth, the Viking kind of metal band.
Yeah.
I've been listening to their stuff a lot lately while I've been writing Swaza number 6. And then the other band is this is a really obscure one. It is a band out of New York City, Brooklyn, and they are a dark roots bluegrass band called Oh Death. In fact, actually, if you give to the Swaza Kickstarter, you get I've actually set up a Spotify playlist, and Oh Death is featured like very, very strongly on that because I tend to listen to them while I'm writing Swaza.
Right.
Ooh.
So check those out, guys. Mechanized.
Yeah, I still got on my list. It's bigger ones, but they're on my list to see. It's Five Finger Death Punch and Korn.
Oh, bit of metal. Awesome. Skelly?
They'd have to reform for this because they're not together anymore. But if they could reform and do one more tour,
Just for
that'd be
one.
nice.
Maybe for V2A Fest.
That would be great, actually. There's I don't know how well they know, but there's a goth band from San Francisco way called Switchblade Symphony, and I would have loved to have seen them when they were going.
Yes, I remember that name.
I think they have done Whitby once, but it was before I used to go, so I really, really love them though.
Yeah, I've never heard of them at all. Stig?
Oh, there's loads and loads of bands, but just one that's cropped up. Chili Peppers, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
I've never seen them. Like to see them. That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. Like them.
I don't know with me. I really don't know. I think I've seen every band that I've ever wanted to see.
So we drag you to Alabama 3.
No, thank you.
Well, Rodent would like to see Wumscut, but as far as I know, and if things didn't change, he doesn't play live. He never did any live shows at all. I don't know if it changed recently, but I do not believe he's doing live shows. He never did.
Anne Marie, a quick question to you. Do you know James Ray Gang War? Have you ever seen them?
No,
Yeah.
I don't believe I have, but the name rings a bell.
Yeah, they were like a Sisters of Mercy. I think he did the vocals on the Sisterhood song, and I've always wanted to see them or him, and I saw him in Leipzig when we were there last when you were playing, and I wasn't that impressed with the gig. So I spent years wanting to see this band, and I was like, oh. A slight disappointment. They're probably very good. I was just expecting more of a Sisters kind of.
A slight case of over disappointment.
Yeah, well, it was. Is there any bands, Anne Marie, that you've seen and you just think not really the greatest?
Yeah, but it's.
You have to be diplomatic, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Unless they're dead. You're right.
Now that I've said that, yeah.
You go up the ladder and you come back down and you meet on halfway, So.
Exactly. Is there any kind of music, Anne-Marie, that you really don't like? Like, I really can't stand jazz. I have to walk out of the room if jazz is on.
You did not.
You've
And we
been
were
to
on
a
the
jazz
com-
tent with
and
us.
now we went in a jazz tent when we were on the Combi Kreis tour in Munich, and we
Combi
had
Kreis
beers, and
took
you
us to a
didn't
jazz
walk.
club.
Your
Now,
foot was distinctly tapping. A weird
I
beat, but
know
it was
that.
tapping.
Yeah,
It was.
and he was tipping down the alcohol, and he
I was
enjoyed it.
He
drunk.
was clicking his fingers. He was getting into it.
I don't.
And the
jazz.
beat.
What's he
I-
going? Nice.
I have to agree with you. It's contemporary jazz. I just don't get it.
No.
Just
It
don't
just-
get it.
How do
It's
you
just a
write it?
Noise. It's just
How-
a noise.
Yeah, but how do
And
you
it's-
write it?
I don't know. It's like somebody goes.
I think they-
Yeah, but no, but
Yeah,
if you
there-
write
there
a
you go.
song, like you write a song, and it's always, it's a song. You have the melody, the chorus, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But with them, it's like, how do they remember that on every song they play?
I think they just make it up.
I think they change it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of improv sometimes, maybe. It's just a
Oh,
little bit of
man.
drumming.
Record it
A
all.
very
Record
bit.
everything.
It's just a different way of
You know,
thinking, different way of
When I
jamming.
was young and we were on tour with Depeche Mode, and we were the whole tour, and we're backstage and did we went to this thing in Frankfurt to like a club with them, and it was just 1 hour, and I was out of there. I was like, I don't care if you Depeche Mode, I don't give a shit. I cannot. I had to go. I
Can't
just
stand
couldn't.
jazz.
I couldn't. No, I could not.
And oh, bless you. And
No.
organ music. Can't stand organ music. It
Any
does
organ
my-
or just the Hammond organ?
No, not a Hammond.
Hammond's all right.
Big organs within the churches.
Well,
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
not very gothy of you.
Don't
I
diss
don't
Captain
know.
Morgan.
I'm just
Because
going to have
it's
to go.
not. It's not Goth.
I'm revoking your
not.
goth card. I'm revoking it. The evening.
Oh no.
Uh,
To be ratified by the morning. You're no longer a goth.
Brenton.
I did see Booker T and the MGs.
Yeah.
from the
sorry
organ
about
music.
this. It's all going very strange. So, Brenton, is there any kind of music that you just can't stand that you have to walk off to?
I think the types of music that I tend to not be able to stand are the ones that become very, very popular, like especially like in the country genre. There's like some amazing like deep cut, like, independent country out there, but then like just the stuff you hear on the radio is just grating.
That's true.
Yeah, so I think country probably gets me. Beyond that, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at country.
I think Andy summed up my summary of what I. Andy, by the way, Anne-Marie, you'll love Andy. Andy's from Bradford, or he's up north. He's a Yorkshire
Andy
guy.
Marsh. Yeah, I know Andy.
Yeah, everybody knows Andy.
Everyone knows Andy.
He's coming to the festival as well, so Andy is awesome.
He's probably already there.
He's probably already there. So, mechanized. What kind of music does your nut?
You see, I'm really open. I listen. It depends. But what does my nut? There's not much like really just stupid music. It's just like I don't know. I don't know. I
Baby
need to
Shark.
listen. Well, don't
I have
tempt
a
me to give
3-year-old
names.
son, Baby Shark.
Well, it's just just definitely. Well, not all just. There's some melodic. Anything what hasn't got a melody and it's just crazy noise which hasn't got a melody gets me. I just can't. It needs to have a melody. I don't care if it's metal, if it's symphony, if it's whatever. It needs to have some sort of a flow. It even can be hardcore, gabba, techno. As long as it has a melody, I love it. It loses the melody. Oh, I can't.
So, Skelly, what drives what turns your pickle?
Well, I'll talk about some music that I don't like. Just leave my pickle out of it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Isn't that sort of show?
And we have the last
there's-
time.
I like most things, but there's a couple of things that boil my piss. Faddy pop songs, the sort of shit like, the Crazy Frog, crap like that.
Yeah.
Or stuff that just
What
doesn't.
was it? Is it ring ding 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 ding?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Forget the words precisely. Or certain music that just samples other music. They haven't written anything of their own, but they've just got a sample of an existing popular song going, and they just sing over that. Or aggressive drill rap where they're just saying nasty things about each other. I'm like, come on, guys, this is just going to lead to a shooting. Not productive.
Yeah.
And you know what I hate as well with music? When you are in important line. You need to speak to someone, and I put it in the holding line.
hold
and this
music.
Drives me nutters.
Yeah, but
That
that's
drives me
psychological
nutters.
warfare. That's designed to break down your resistance. That's to
But
sap
they
your
don't
will. So
break
you're not
down
going to make a
nothing.
good complaint. Then you're just going to be.
Yeah, I will. That complaint gets so hard on them, I tell you.
It's called easy
harder by
listening.
the
It's easy listening.
Stig.
Any music that those bloody youngsters are playing from their fucking phones instead of actually having a decent sound system while they walk down the street and they go, I'm holding it like this so you can all, and they go, ding, 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 ding. You think that's pathetic.
What's that
It might be
melody?
the
Run
best
that by
music
me.
in the world, but no.
Hold on,
There it is.
hold on.
Melody.
Stig, could you do that again while we zoom in on you? Because I think that's
No, I can't. No, it's
We'll
one.
guess the song. We'll guess
You
the
missed
song.
it.
I'm a
'Cause we-
one-hit wonder.
we were going to sample it as a ringtone.
Ring, ding, ding, ding,
Was
ding,
it
ding,
Crazy
ding.
Frog?
No, no. I've had a moment in the spotlight, and that's it. I'm now shrinking violet.
It was a
Oh
good
God.
one.
Okay.
By the
we-
way, can you zoom
Hey,
back in?
Rodent's back. Rodent's back. Rodent's back.
hold on,
What
guys.
is- Hold on.
Hold on,
What's
hold
the
on.
board?
Mechanized. Would you like to read this one out?
Rodent. I always said every music genre has its diamond in a giant sea of crop, and I agree.
Yeah.
Sums it up in a word.
Yeah, definitely.
I have a question for Anne-Marie. So Anne-Marie, do you have a name for the new album or any sort of dates planned, or is that sometime next year, do you think?
No, what we're going to do is concentrate on the live gigs first.
Yeah.
We've got a few penciled in. There's Paris, Stockholm, and Dublin and London. But obviously they were pre-COVID, so they're penciled in for next year, hopefully. But no, we're going to concentrate on those first, and then what we'll do is we'll write the album within, in between. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's just the songs have got to be right. They've got to be in it, within the Ghost Dance kind of sound.
Right.
But obviously we know that we've got to revolve. We've got to grow, as it were.
Definitely.
But I think you did the song you played. Amazing. I love it.
Absolutely stunning.
Yep. Cracking song.
Thank you.
I think, guys, we are nearly at the end, so we are just going to do the fact or fict.
Can we just have a zoom in? What's on the board today, Stick? You didn't tell us
yeah,
what's on the
what's on
board
the wall?
today.
Gotta tell
We
us.
got Rodent, Super Chat, Everyday Viral, and Mama Giddy from last week. But unfortunately, Mama's not here today. So it seems.
Ah,
Oh
That's
dear.
what we got.
hope she's all right. Love you, Mama
Oh.
Giddy.
I'm after directions to Nuke City, apparently.
Definitely. So, mechanized. What was your fact or fict?
Oh, I forgot what was my. No, it was like going on the in Cologne that they stopped me on the road and I had to do a dance off with a pirate.
Okay. So, Brenton, you've seen mechanized. What do you reckon? Fact or fict?
Oh, that's definitely a fact.
Oh, that's you're a man. You're a man who knows stuff. So that's what I can say. So Anne-Marie, what do you think? You know mechanized. You've been drinking with her.
Fact.
Oh gosh. Okay, Skelly.
I'm going to say it's a fic because who can stop her when she's on the roads in Germany? She has to set fines afterwards.
Normally.
Ain't no stopping her.
She does collect speeding tickets, by the way. Stig.
Oh, I think it's probably fact. I can see it being fact because, drop of a hat, she will dance with any pirate going. So there you go. Yes, I think it's fact.
Even the ones in Penzance.
Even the ones in Penzance, yeah. Don't they just? Yeah, they're
I
nodding.
think-
They're nodding, Skelly. They're nodding.
I think it's a fact as well. So, Stig, what did the audience think?
The audience thought, yes, fact. They thought fact as well.
Hold on, let me zoom in then. So, mechanized. Fact or fict?
It might be a dream, but nobody, when I was young, dared to ask me on the road that I want to dance off against a pirate. I was way too cool for that.
So it's
That's a fict.
oh. Okay.
There'd just be so many opportunities for you to be in a dance off against a pirate.
I know. I have to. It's a dream. I will do. At one of the shows. I dance.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Brenton, so what was your fact or fict, sir?
That I knocked a man out with my bare hands in Montreal.
Oh, mechanized. What do you think? Fact or fict?
I don't know Brenton long enough, but he has long hair. He has a beard. He looks very cool, dude, and I think he did.
Let's zoom
It's
in
a
on
fact.
them. Let's zoom in
Look
on
at the
them
eyes.
knuckles.
Look at the
Yeah.
eyes. Look at the knuckles. I think it's a
Anne-Marie, Anne-Marie, the wonderful Anne-Marie from Ghost Dance. What do you think? Fact or fict? You've known Brenton now for an hour.
Exactly. I think it's fact.
Ooh.
Did
This
you
is-
buy his comics?
Skelly.
I'm going to say it's
Let's zoom in. Let's see if we can get anything from his eyes. Is he doing his poker face?
we have to determine did he poke someone else's face. Well, I'm going to say based on Montreal and the friendly Canadians, that's never going to happen. No, fiction. Falsehood.
Stig.
I would believe anybody who's got a Durruti column book propping up some sort of model over his left shoulder. So it's got to be fact. And we all know that Canadians are turncoats anyway. Look at them, bloody more tea haters. Just don't admit it. Look, they turned over our bloody Queen statues, bastards.
Yeah,
Slam them.
I'm too
Okay.
German
Hit
for
him
that.
hard.
I'm too German for
Yeah,
that.
he's on a flow. So I think because I love your graphic novel, Snow White and the Zombie Apocalypse, I think it's a fact. Stig, audience.
Fact.
Oh my God, everybody's saying fact. Literally, it's flying up the screen now. Brenton, fact or fict?
That is a fact.
Yes!
I was in
I was in
an international Kyokushin karate tournament, and in about 45 seconds, I was just punching this guy in the side. He was throwing kicks into my leg. I was saying to myself, "You can hit me with that all day." I was suddenly like, "This was my second fight." I was like, "I'm so tired." It felt like 10 minutes. I don't even know if I can go on. And then all of a sudden, oh, he's on the ground. I had kneed him in the solar plexus. And he was
Oh, wow.
So you're not invited to Canada ever again?
Never again.
You got the red card instead of the green card.
It was funny because I lost the first match because I wasn't used to not punching in the face. They don't let you do that, and the guy would run at me and I'd hit him, and then like the judge would yell at me in French, and I don't speak French.
They just keep punching them. No.
Again? Ooh.
No, they're just used to people giving up.
Anne-Marie, what was your fact or fict?
That I actually bit a dog in Leipzig.
Oh, so mechanized.
Did she bite a dog?
Bite a dog.
I think she might have actually. Yes, I think you might have.
Brenton, what do you think, sir?
I'm gonna say fiction because I'm thinking about the circumstances in which a human bite on a dog would do something to a dog, and I don't think it would. Depends on where you bite it, I guess.
And what the reaction is.
So we are talking Anne-Marie, the Queen of Goth, the whole Queen of Goth around the world.
You know, other really rock stars bite butt hats. Does Anne-Marie bite dog head?
Skelly.
Well, I've heard of sausage dog, but this is ridiculous.
Oh!
I'm gonna say fiction because I've got a feeling it wasn't quite like that.
Stig.
Well, as it was a late night, early morning, could be the hair of the dog, in which case you would definitely have bitten the dog that bit you. So I'm saying fact.
You're saying fact. And well, we did drink a lot that night, and it was till 9 in the morning or something.
And we were playing pool badly.
I say fact as well. So what do the audience say, Stig?
Well, Mike says established dominance.
He's not wrong. They're saying fact. They're facting all the way down
No
the
one
line.
messes with a Yorkshire lass.
Not from Keighley.
Yeah, Anne-Marie.
It was picked. Definitely. I got bitten in the face by a dog.
Oh wow.
and I ended up with 27 stitches in my face down this side. And I actually went on stage the following day and did half an hour set. So yeah.
I thought you might have had as a reaction bite back. You know, like don't bite me. I
couldn't get near the bloody thing. If I got near it, wouldn't be.
Well, now we're laughing.
Yeah,
I have to say, on the day we
Yeah.
didn't laugh. It was not funny on the day, but now we at least can laugh about it. Thankfully,
We can, yeah, and thank you. You guys were absolutely fabulous.
that was terrifying.
Yeah.
Because I can
Very
remember,
nice.
I see you on this, on the bar. We went upstairs to drop off the bags or something, and the next minute we came down. It all happened. It was like proper shocking. I was like, oh my god! And we came to the show, and the show was absolutely amazing.
So
it was drummed and party. A
It
proper
was.
skeleton family party.
Well, they just they said that the show had sold out and that they couldn't find another replacement. But I just thought the show must go on. I just said to them, we'll do half an hour, but we'll do the ones that I know I can sing without trying to stretch my face too much.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie, you were absolutely stunning to sort of come out of hospital with stitches and then go on stage in front of thousands of people and carry on with the show. Total rock star.
Respect.
So yeah, absolutely. And what a gig as well. It was stunning.
I loved it.
Seriously, thanks.
Yeah, it was great, and thank you to the ambulance crew as well that came on. They came after, and they had a look at my face and dressed it before I went on stage, and then when we came off, they looked at it again and dressed it again.
Awesome.
So yeah, absolutely amazing, definitely.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Skelly, so what was your fact or fix there?
I've been bitten by a piranha.
Anne-Marie, you can start with this. Let's zoom in on his face.
Fact, definitely. Yeah.
He does have a beard, and he is from Manchester. So Brenton, what do you think, sir?
I think he's leaning forward and he's obscuring part of his face, so I'm going to guess fict.
Oh, mechanized.
Well, I think he's referring to a place in LA when we had our feet treatment with little fish, and they were nibbling like little nibbles, and he referred them to piranhas. So yeah, it's a fict.
You think it's a fix? Stig.
It was like little miniature things.
I'd forgotten about that. Yeah. Where were you nibbled? By the piranha. By the piranha.
It would have been the finger.
It would have been the finger. What? This little finger on the right?
Any one of these. It might have been some years ago, though. I mean,
it might have been. It might have been. You mean you can't remember when your fingers were bitten by a piranha? This is sounding doubtful now. Was it to you, my lad?
Are we allowed to cross-examine people?
Yeah, we are.
Objection.
Overruled.
Overruled. Yeah.
Well, I was going to go with fict, but I'm now going with no. I'm staying with fict because I don't believe him now.
I'm going with fict as well, because for a person who can't remember which finger he got bitten by a piranha, I think he josses.
Well, it's just the facts that I present in the fact or fict. You can't ask extra questions around. You have to guess based on that. So therefore, your case is thrown out, sir. So therefore, my client can go free.
Oh dear!
Take him down.
Right in the house,
guys. You gotta feel sorry for me. This is my band. This is we go on tour together. Stig, what does the audience think? Oh, Mama Giddy's on. Hello, Mama Giddy.
Hey, Mama.
Hey!
Where? It's on Facebook.
Stig.
Oh, they
yes.
think fact. They believe the little youngster.
So, Skelly, fact or fict?
it wasn't me. It was my brother got bitten. I'm way too sensible than to stick my finger in the tank. Now, he was trying to feed it, I think.
So your brother,
he succeeded.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't let go. He had it out, and he was would not let go. That's just another of his exotic pets that went badly wrong. Maybe on another show, I'll regale you with the tale of Percy the piranha. Actually, that was more of a saga. Bloody hell!
Oh my god!
But he never managed to take a chunk out of me, though. I was too wily for him.
Well, that's good. So, Stig, what was your fact or fix there?
That my hat was borrowed from the fantastic kids' TV character, Mr. McHenry from the Magic Roundabout.
Okay, so Anne-Marie, what do you think? Let's zoom on that face.
Fact. He's bought it on eBay. Definitely.
Yeah. So Anne-Marie says fact. Brenton, what do you think, sir?
I'm gonna say fact. I think he raided like the prop room.
Yeah, nobody would actually buy that hat on purpose, would they?
On a dolphin, maybe, not a porpoise.
Okay, mechanized. What do you think?
Oh, well, could it be that I was there when you bought the hat?
And
That may kill the whole thing.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking maybe it's a similar hat. So, oh man, it's a hard one.
no, it's not.
No, it's not really.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. Skelly.
Let's look at the facts. Magic Roundabout. I know when people watch Magic Roundabout, they're in a certain state of mind or a certain state of intoxication, inebriation, chemical inducement. But it's not filmed with real people. The hat wouldn't be true to scale. So unless you've got a very, very tiny head, it's going to be El Ficto.
And look, Dee got
Not
it.
real
I
people.
was there, Dee. I was there. I'm thinking. I got this hat right. Or it's a similar looking one.
I'm going with
Hollywood.
what Dee says, that she was actually there with you when you bought the hat. I think we all were. So I think it's a fact. So, Stig, fact or fict?
Oh, I forgot what the audience said. Oh, most of them thought it was a fact. But it was.
Did
Yeah,
they?
it is in fact a
Did they?
fict.
Did they?
Sorry. I couldn't help it.
It's a.
But it's
It's
got
a
the
fict.
theme tune stuck in my head now, so thanks for that.
I'm just assuming
Yep.
I'm
There's
just assuming
Dano.
you guys
What a
have
genius.
access to a lot of prop rooms. A lot
We
of props
do,
that
we
people
do.
aren't using.
Okay, then, guys, my fact or fict, and this is only really funny if you actually know the band, but I am one of the only people in the whole of the United Kingdom who has not been in the band Attrition. With do you know Anne-Marie? Have you ever heard of Attrition?
No, sorry.
Oh,
Brenton?
Brenton, have you?
I'm not familiar, to tell you the truth.
But I'm
Well, he's a
proud-
very good friend of ours.
I am proud of you both. The fun thing is when you go to one of his house parties and you end up talking to people, everybody was in this band. Literally, everybody you talk to in the whole house, they were like, I was a keyboarder from 87 to 91. And literally anybody in the street you could talk to, they've been in the band. So it's a bit of an ongoing
Now,
joke.
going back to you now.
But was I ever in the band? What do you think? Would I be in a don't know what a folk goth
Dark
band?
ambient.
Dark ambient band. What do you think, guys?
Can I just tell Attrition's story? A funny
Go
one.
on.
Oh, do. Go on.
Go on then. He's not on the show, so we can.
No, nothing bad. We went and seen Attrition at VGT, and it was this old, amazing opera house. And then we sat in the front row, like VIP, and he gave me this incense stick. So
Oh,
I
God.
sat there, and you need to think this is like this proper old style German opera house with carpets everywhere, amazing, wood carving, and it was just outstanding. And I sit there with this incense stick, and then I was like,
Oh no!
"Stinks. It
No!
stinks." I looked down, and the carpet was starting to burn.
So what had actually happened? Martin from the band gave us some incense to hold. The end of the incense fell off and nearly burnt down a
But I didn't really because I was
historic
400-year-old theatre.
which Attrition gave to me. So I held it really good, being good girl, and then I was like, "What's the smell? What's this?" So I looked down.
Well, he asked you to
I was
hold
like,
it, not burn the building down.
Yeah, I nearly did.
know,
I nearly did this old memorial building in Leipzig. Jesus.
Can I tell a follow-up Attrition story that's kind of related, which is
Go on
just
then.
quite funny. They were playing Manchester some years back, and it was at a venue called Zoo in Manchester. He was on doing his thing with his incense, but the venue didn't seem to want him to have incense lit on stage, even though they've been having smoke machines and all sorts going all through the day. So someone from the bar staff came up to him while he was on, gave him the no point at his incense. So I don't know how pissed he was with this, but he just looked at her and just chucked the incense on the floor. right in front of the stage, and then they promptly had to run get a bucket of sand or something and put it on. And they weren't happy, and I think he might have got chucked out the venue right after he'd finished.
Oh, we love attrition.
Oh my God! So Anne-Marie, what do you think? Was I ever in attrition?
Fiction.
Oh, Brenton, what do you think, sir?
I'm going to say fact, but not for very long.
Oh, mechanized.
I know it's a dream of yours. I think it's fiction.
Skelly.
Well, it's a tough one because almost quite literally everyone's been in attrition. Emily Autumn, of all people, has actually briefly been in attrition.
Yeah,
everybody has. Yeah,
everybody has.
But I don't know if it's cheating or not, but I texted Martin just to double check during the show. And he said, yeah, he auditioned but didn't make it, so technically he's never been in attrition. So
oh! I never liked you, Skelly. We're after a keyboarder. Anybody play keyboard?
God, I'll have to go back to attrition.
Oh!
Stig, let me go get me incense.
Yeah, what do you reckon, Stig?
Well, I was going to say it's a fact, but after what Skelly just said, it's obviously fic then, because I mean, Skelly knows these things, and he is in with Martin. So there you go.
It is. And the audience.
The audience, there is an audience, yes. They were split fact and fict, but now it's a bit more fact than it is fict. So
and
fact.
The answer is, guys, it is a fict. I have literally been at a house party with about 50 people in Martin's house and been one of the only people who
wasn't in attrition
ever.
Because you failed your audition.
That was the audition.
You're meant to wear trousers to these things,
which I am quite proud. I think, guys, we've been on well over 2 hours, so we better start wrapping this up. So first of all, Anne-Marie, thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything you would like to say to your adoring fans worldwide?
No, just thank you for staying with us, and we look forward to seeing you in Germany, in America, and anywhere else that we're going to play, especially Germany. I love Germany, and they were always really, really kind to Ghost Dance. So, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you, and have a look and buy the new single, please, 13th of the 8th, 2001.
Awesome. And we would love to have you back on the show at some point, Anne-Marie. You're always welcome. Brenton.
It was a pleasure.
Awesome. Brenton, sir. Last words to your adoring fans worldwide.
Yeah, well, I would say definitely check out the Snow White Zombie Apocalypse 1 to 4 Kickstarter. Please do pledge to it. This is a chance to get some amazing stuff, including a Swaza pin that we have. You can pop that on your jacket. It's freaking awesome. There's a brain there's an apple that is a brain with a skull inside the brain. So we also have like a gold coin and a couple of other really cool premiums. And look out for me, because I am actually playing as the historic Buenaventura Durruti in a game of Dungeons and Dragons at the moment that's about to go live. So yeah,
awesome. Awesome. Brilliant. Mechanized.
Yeah, so what was the question? Sorry, I was.
What would you like to say to your adoring fans before we finish tonight's show?
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining in tonight again for our craziness day. Thank you very much for our guests joining us tonight. And yeah, V2A Fest, not far away. Tickets are going, so please, if you want to be there, get your tickets fast, because, as I said, there are not many available this year, and they're going fast. So, yeah, that's that. And, well, I don't know what else to say. I'm so glad to see you all. And
thank you and goodbye.
Thank you and goodbye. Well, there's one thing. I don't know. There was Rodent. I heard that this weird band is holding a what? No,
he's being cheeky. He's just being cheeky.
No, there was one before. What is Great White? Metal band Great White. What's the story on that? I don't know what. So Rodent, you need to tell us what that means. I haven't got a clue who that is.
Skelly, is there anything you'd like to say to your adoring fans?
There's not much. I suppose it won't mean much to people. I want to shout out the Candy Retreat, which is a place which is open near me. I went in there today for the first time and had an amazing milkshake. That was very nice. Other than that, I'll be seeing you.
Awesome. Hey, Stig, is there anything you'd like to say to your adoring one fan and a cat?
Where is
Max? Where's the bloody cat gone? I don't know. It's probably at the door at the moment.
Let her in. Let her in.
Bloody thing. I think she's out on the bloody tiles. That's what comes of going to Penzance. Sodding thing.
She's out with the pirates and the parrots.
No, nothing. Bye, fan. See you next week with a bit of luck.
Oh, and for me, I would just like to thank everybody who's joined the show and watched it. It comes out on Facebook, YouTube, a podcast, gets shared all over the place. Last week we had over 3,000 people watch it. It's going to go everywhere this week. We love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in every week and enjoy the carnage and the chaos that we always do. Get your tickets now, guys, for the V2A Fest with the amazing Ghost Dance and V2A and some other mysterious bands who will be named next week, which is going to be awesome. We are coming over to America next year, and we want to bring Ghost Dance with us. Yay! So we have a question then.
What
Anne-Marie.
can possibly go wrong with Anne-Marie and myself on a tour bus?
Exactly.
Will be awesome.
Probably a dance off of a pirate, won't
A
it?
dance off like pirates. We just dance like pirates. Oh, we find some pirates and dance off with them.
So,
anything with pirates.
Just before we finish,
Even an angry pirate.
Okay, so just before we finish, guys, we're going to finish with a little tune at the end. We went to Wasteland Weekend, which is the world's biggest post-apocalyptic festival in the world, and we've played that about 4 or 5 years running over in LA. Awesome. And it was their 10-year anniversary 2 years ago. And we decided, being from England, that we would be the first band to ever go over there with giant snow cannons in the Mojave Desert. And we will be back there next year, guys. So we're going to finish with a video of that. We love you all. We will see you next week. I think next week we've got a few guests. We've got Charlie Adlard from the Walking Dead graphic novels, comics. He is on next week.
That sounds awesome. I'd love to talk to him. So, if you want to have me on next week, let me know.
Awesome,
if you don't have space, it's fine.
Yeah, we are slightly booked up for the next.
Get a wider screen.
We will definitely get you back on, sir. So have a wonderful weekend. Be nice to each other. And go out and listen to V2A and Ghost Dance because they rock. And we will see you all next week, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.